about a little bit about the standards. It could be, I'll take it to extreme. Sometimes we could get a merger. Let's say a company's buying a power plant, just for the example, and he needs a license. So it will come to us both as a merger, and also we will need to advise the regulator if to allocate to that company and allow him to give them the license. And I wanted to know, so that's an extreme case that we have both concentration law to give an, we need to advise, and it's also, we need to decide on the merger. And I wanted to ask, is the standard the same? Could it be that we approve the merger and say to the officials, don't give them the license?
Well, I think generally when you're advising, I don't think there needs to be a standard. I think you can advise any way you see fit, give any advice you think is the best under the specific circumstances. I don't think, as long as you're not making the decision, I don't think there necessarily needs to be a standard that you need to meet, with probably two exceptions that I can think of, maybe more than I can think about later. One is the idea that you don't want regulatory efforts going to waste. So in the extreme example that you're going to meet this as a regulator at the next stage, it's probably a bad idea to say to the other regulator, hey, go on, and then when it comes to you, block it. So I would say then at least flag the idea that when it comes to you as a deciding regulator, you're going to be doing something else. Just a matter of efficiency, not that you can't have two different decisions. And the other thing I think is, from an administrative law perspective, it is, I think, important to document exactly what you've done and why, because you don't want that, you just pick up the phone and say, hey, no, and then the other regulator says, well, I got a call from the competition authority, they said no, so I'm deciding no. And then if someone wants to challenge the decision in any way, they just don't know what they're up against and can't know what they're up against. So you need to be very clear about what you've done and why you've done, but I don't think there necessarily needs to be a set standard that you need to meet when you're doing